So what I was going to ask is, what did you guys think of Johannes saying that he wanted to become a guerrilla fighter and like, I don't know, is that how you pronounce it? Okay. And like, because the guy who was talking to it, I forget who that was. Yeah, was saying that he would have to give up everything, and Johannes was like, yeah, I could do it, but I mean, what do you guys think of that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like in his situation, almost anyone would be like able to say like, oh, I want to be a freedom fighter, because it's like they're so oppressed that like they want to do literally anything they can to like get like the slightest bit more rights. So I think that his like passion is there, but I don't think he would actually be able to like give up everything. And I think that what the guy told him after about using like his like brains and stuff to help fight apartheid, I think that is very like really wise, and that he should do that instead. I think he will. I don't think he'll become a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
And that's how many
Or this fishbowl of
Do you guys think anything about that?
I can't picture him being a freedom fighter. I mean, he just seems to in love with all this like education at school and everything.
Would you be able to in his position? Like, would you want to do that?
I mean, I might think about it, but I probably wouldn't do it.
I don't know, I think it's different for us to look at it than the way he looks at it, because like we live in the valley, we never see people like dying. They watch like mass groups of people get shot every day.
I know.
That's,
What would you do to attack something?
To what?
Wanted.
To get that thing that I wanted?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
How far would you go?
well, we have a lot more like options of doing like something like that. You know, like even just like this is really like the Coney thing. Like you can do anything like online. Like the internet is such like a viral place. Like you can get your like opinion out so easily here. Like it's totally different. And even just like, I mean, I know we know that, but like from the book, you know, like his friend Andre, who was telling him all about like how there were no Group Areas Act laws in America and like that kind of stuff. Like it's just so different. Like I agree with what Sam said, that it's like hard for us to look at it the same way. But I definitely feel like if I were caught in some kind of position like this, I would really want to like do something to help. You know? But I don't know. What about you guys?
I feel like,
Well, I think that, like, I can see how in his position he would take that, because he's basically seeing, like, people getting killed for no reason, like, he's seeing people trying to make a nonviolent change, and then just it being responded with, like, violence and stuff like that. And so I can, like, I mean, I obviously am not in his situation at all, but, like, from his perspective, I can see why, and also he's young and like impulsive. He was saying he like impulsively was talking about it. Like, I can kind of see why he would want that, because, like, I don't know, if he saw like all of his friends die and like I don't know, and just like he really wanted change, like, and he, yeah, I don't know. I think he might have been like he might have felt willing to kind of go that way in life, take that other path, if it helps there be change in or like where he lived.
I'm gonna throw a question out there. There's this issue of this theme of assimilation versus non-assimilation, and Johannes gets accused of acting white. Is that still an issue here at TAM? Are there students at TAM that get accused of acting white or acting black or acting
black?
Randall?
I'm not trying to get you to name names.
Yeah,
but
totally. What do you mean, me, Gabe? You listen to Lil Rue and you think you belong in Detroit. What?
Is this something that still occurs in our community in terms of somebody saying, oh, you're acting white, oh, you're acting black? Or does that not happen?
I think that does happen, because I think we just like,
Hey,
in our like, specifically like in our school, we all try to be like, kind of the same, so like, but I don't think it's necessarily like specifically like a black person trying to be white. I just think it's everyone trying to act the same, dress the same, and stuff like that.
just like something that happens in high school, or do you think that has to do with like kind of more of the like stereotype type thing?
I mean, it can get out. I think that can like happen like outside of high school, but like in high school, it's kind of more like you're kind of more of an outsider. You're like a little bit different, and no one really likes to feel that way. But like outside in the world, like there's other people who are outsiders who can kind of cling together and stuff like that. So it's not as much, but you can still see that.
I agree. I don't know. I feel like that always, like, it's always going to be like that a little bit, like, because it's just kind of this thing that's, like, you never can, like, 100% get rid of, like, stereotypes and that kind of thing. And I feel like people feel inclined to act how everyone else thinks they should act.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, like, I don't know. Like we were saying, it's, like, weird for you to be different. And I feel like that's different in Marin, like, where it's still, I feel like we are in a more accepting community, you know? We, like, have all our clubs and whatnots, but, I still think that kind of happens where people like gravitate towards like certain groups where they feel like everyone else is placing them. And then if you like try to go to like another group, like you were saying, like if you like try to act white or you try to act black, like I think it just makes people kind of like uncomfortable sometimes. Even though I don't really see it as like a huge problem here. But
Are there groups that you guys, let's see, are there groups that you guys are not expected to be a part of?
Like
you
groups.
guys as white sophomores at Tam High are not supposed to be a part of, or are we
Black
just
student
100% integrated? There's no separation.
If you walk through school,
What?
you kind of see,
It's just funny that you said that.
more of the black people together, and then you see like the white people together. It's not
Okay,
like
now we might be getting somewhere. Let's
Rap
not be
club.
afraid to talk about that. Why is that?
Divide it up, like black kids tend to hang out with the black kids, the white kids with the white kids. That's like
it's
Yeah.
but like and then like the white Marin City kids are with the black kids too.
yeah, I think it has a lot to do with like location, like because
Well, because like we grew up together, but like
exactly.
so I don't think it's like necessarily because it's like oh stay away. Like,
Yeah, it's just
because like
they know each other and we know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's more of a Marin City, Mill Valley divide than a
Yeah,
black
it's
and
like-
white divide.
And it's like-
black
Just
people
stick
also
to that.
like
they'll hang
also
out.
hang out with
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, it's a culture.
it's not even like we like want it to be like that. I feel like I like have no problem with kids from Marin City. It's just kind of how it is.
Does that
That's not what
change
we
by
told me.
senior year, or does it get worse, or does it stay the same?
Stays the
We're not
same.
seniors yet. I don't know.
Well, based on what you observed.
Yeah, look at Scott. Scott's ready to
Well, also you see a lot of the Marin City kids hang around like no matter what grade they're in, because I see all like whether it's like all the the seniors and the freshmen and the sophomores. Yeah, because they just know it. They've grown up with each other with like MLK and things like that. That's just and there's 2 freshmen who are white that like are with them, and they're and some the Hoff brothers.
Are you in the fishbowl, or are you?
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I started talking.
Yeah, selfie.
Yeah, real. Not like class session.
Let's do a
Okay.
quick check-in here. Raise your hand if you're outside the fishbowl, have not participated in a Capper Boy fishbowl, and would like to sub in and get in on this discussion.
I don't.
Paparazzi.
I think I was in.
What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to say 2 more minutes for this fishbowl, or we can end it right now. You can continue talking about this, you can talk about anything else. I was just curious what your thoughts were on that particular issue. That's why I jumped in, but you guys can do whatever you want. If you feel like you're done, we can be done. But anything else you guys want to talk about?
Sophie's done.
Anybody have anything they want to say?
Was there I don't know, was there anything in like the reading that really like affected you like emotionally at all?
Well, yeah, the part about the protest, it was kind of interesting to hear from like the perspective of the big incident, like Soweto, he wasn't there, but when he talked about, it was interesting to hear from his perspective because it just sounded terrible, like, and it's pretty amazing that like, because they did this protest and they got shot at after the big incident where like a lot of people got killed happened. It's pretty amazing that they have the courage to go do that, knowing that they could be all killed really easily.
Well, they don't. I think that they were like willing to do that because they don't have like much to sacrifice
Yeah.
necessarily. Like they don't have anything really like tying them down, and like if they can like fight for another generation to have like a better
Like that's the biggest thing that they maybe, or like for them, maybe they thought that that was the biggest thing that they could possibly do, like in order to make a change and like improve their situation.
I just feel like it's so sad because even
Still
though
great.
they were like sacrificing their lives and stuff, it still didn't even make like news. Like white news coverage was like, oh, everything's fine.
Right, well, the whites are like so secluded from what actually happens in the ghettos. Remember when he was talking at the tennis club to all the white people and he was telling them what happened? And they had thought, oh, the blacks are just rebelling because they want revenge on the whites. And he's like, no, we just want equality.
Yeah, that's what that part actually I like